Amazon has already identified 1,399 banned products posted on the website, and they have outlined a number of requirements that could impact your product positioning and labeling and could even increase your testing costs for the year. Chances are more requirements will be added over time, and if you have big plans to sell your supplements on Amazon, you'll want to watch this video very intently. We're going to run through the key requirements that you need to be aware of, and if you're currently developing your supplements right now, I'm going to share the process I use with my clients to ensure that they're making supplements that won't get delisted, banned, or flagged by Amazon and other retail channels. We have lots to cover. If this is your first time here, my name is Brian and it's good to meet you. Over the course of my career, I've helped successful and well-established supplement and food brands to grow their business by navigating FDA and FTC, and I'm here to help you do the same. So let's dive right into this. Coming into the end of 2021, Amazon has now mandated product testing for supplements in the weight loss and sexual enhancement categories. More specifically, they've identified adulterants commonly found in sexual health products and known adulterants in fat loss products. That means getting your dietary supplement tested at an ISO accredited lab and sending those results over to Amazon. Moving on, the next thing Amazon mandates is labeling compliance, and they're going one step further and explicitly outlining items that you can't have on your product label or product page. For example, you're not permitted to have an FDA approved logo on your product, nor are you to use the FDA logo on your product altogether. And the reason for this is because FDA doesn't review or approve dietary supplements, so Amazon doesn't want to give the consumers the impression that your product is so special that it's actually approved by FDA. Here's another example of labeling compliance. You're not allowed to say that your product is an alternative to a pharmaceutical product or as effective as a prescription drug, regardless if you truly believe that your product is a great alternative or that you have evidence to prove that it's as effective as a pharmaceutical drug. And you may be wondering, like, why does Amazon do this? Like, why are they being so restrictive? Well, the reason is that Amazon has faced legal action for having these non-compliant products on their marketplace. Litigators that want to score big through a settlement will go after Amazon. Defending or settling these claims is really expensive, so instead they're going to turn their sights on getting rid of these non-compliant products and imposing these types of requirements to ensure that any new products hosted on Amazon will abide to the laws and regulations, thus preventing further legal action. If you're finding this information useful, please hit that like button and sign up for our newsletter to get industry news and other free content to help your supplement and food business. Link down below. Moving on, in order to sell your supplements on Amazon, you'll need to submit technical documentation such as a GMP certification and a certificate of analysis, also known as a C of A. This third-party certification will be provided by your dietary supplement manufacturer and demonstrates that it's in compliance with the dietary supplement GMP regulations, specifically 21 CFR 111. As for the certificate of analysis, this is a document that shows the lab results from product testing, and this is something that you should also be able to get from your manufacturer or having the product tested yourself. Now, Amazon has gone one step further and identified key requirements that your C of A must have. It's not enough just to produce the lab results like, hey, here's what the lab sent me. No, they're specifically asking for key information that must be on the C of A, like a batch number, the test methods used, and the accreditation of the lab itself. Now, if you want more information about the requirements from Amazon on selling dietary supplements, I'm going to leave a couple links for you in the description down below. You can see why it's so important to understand how the regulations play a part of your business equation, and over time, that factor is only going to increase. Now, what if you're currently developing new products and you intend to sell it into Amazon? What I recommend my clients do is to create a label as if you're going to go to print with those labels tomorrow. And I would also go one step further and create the product page now. And what this does is it forces you to really think of your product positioning, your callouts, your unique value propositions, and it also forces you to think about the not so sexy stuff like placement of the supplement facts panel, the order of the ingredients, even how you want to disclose your company address on the label. And once you have this content built out, then you can get it reviewed from a compliance perspective to see how your label actually stacks up against FDA, FTC, and Amazon requirements. The feedback might force you to reformulate, it might force you to change your dose, it might mean changing your claims or product positioning. But here's the thing, you you now have a much more accurate and realistic picture of what to do and why it's important, and you were able to do all of that without wasting money on R&D, without spending money on an inventory, without supplier commitments, which I think is a huge win. And now you have much better clarity on where you have to go next with your business. And once you have this label, albeit still in draft form, but now you can take this to your suppliers and in a really tangible way show them exactly what you're looking for. Whereas most of the time clients go to the manufacturer first with this idea, but for the most part pretty uncertain of what they want, and they sign these commitments, spend money on R&D samples, and they buy ingredients, and they're just about to go to production, and all of a sudden the client says, hey, I want my product to say peanut free. And now the supplier's like, wait, none of our ingredients have been vetted for being peanut free, and now I have to halt production and source new ingredients that are indeed peanut free, plus additional testing costs. It's a clunky and costly way of doing it, and I think starting with the label is a better way to go about it. Now, if you want to learn more about the product development process, then be sure to watch this video here. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.